Shine bright like a diamond. 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 Hey everybody, welcome to the first night of our team book study, What to Say When You Talk to Yourself. We are super excited to dig into this book with you guys, just to dig into the study and really do an overhaul on all of our mindset. As you know, that this entire study, it's a 6-week study. We're going to cover about 4 chapters a week, and it will be all about mindset. We will be peeling back the layers of our mindset, just like we peel back the layers of an onion, just to change it completely, to get to the center and make the center of that what we want that to be. Our goal is just that we all personally grow, our personal growth and development, particularly pertaining to our mindset. We want to become better leaders, and what goes along with becoming a better leader is, learning how to be a better leader, learning that leadership is influence. It's influencing people. It's not telling them what to do. It's showing them how to do it and doing it alongside of them. And that's what we're here to do, wanting to do with you guys. We're going to learn how we efficiently lead our teams, and just how we can continue growing exponentially. We are going to dig deep and transfer it on into our teams. So everything we learn here, we want this to eventually go, down to the rest of our teams. Our mindsets will change if you read the book and if you do the questions that we assign for you to do every week. You read it and you apply it. You're going to apply everything that we're learning in the study to your regular life. And, our goal isn't just for this to grow our Plexus business. It's to grow our lives. It's to grow us in any area that we are wanting growth in. And I guess that's kind of about it for my introduction. I'm going to dig on into, we do have, I believe, 5 questions or 4 questions and some action items that we've already began. So my first question for everyone is, what is your vision for your team? We really want to have a vision. I know what my vision is, and I know, that my visions are being with each and every one of you in Kona, being with each and every one of you at convention next year. And there's no reason why every single one of us can't be in Kona next year. We have, I think, a little over a year to make cutoff, and people are doing it in 6 months. So there's no reason why, if we're not applying all of these things that we're learning, that we're teaching our teams to do, that we won't all be there, and even more of us, because your new teammates will be there as well. I'd really just like, again, to commend everyone for making the commitment to do this book study with us, and especially for the newbies. It's a huge step for you to already jump right in and commit to doing something like this, and to commit to doing something like the IPA challenge. And we're just really excited that y'all are doing it, and congratulations. And we are going to do our best to help you in every area you want. So my first question, that was my first question. So I want you guys to write down your answer, and we will share that when we do our group discussion every week. Share in the secret group. Yes, we're going to share those in the secret group, and on our chats. We will also share, information that we want to share with each other, the highlighting. We want to, as you read your book, as you start your chapters this week, the first 4 chapters, highlight anything that stands out to you, highlight any of your aha moments, so that when we do our group discussions every week, that you can share those, because someone else might have skimmed over that, in a daze at that moment, and you can bring it back to them. So make sure you highlight and make sure you share it with the rest of us, just, because we're all doing this together. It's a team thing. My second question is, what is blocking you from moving to the next level in your life and in your business? What is stopping you from going after that job that you really want, or going after that position in ministry that you really want, or, whatever that is? What has stopped you from going silver, or from going gold, or whatever your next step is? So again, this isn't just in your business, it's in your life. Just what do you feel has been stopping you so far? and what can you do to move past that block. Biblically, people, well, this goes back a little bit to leaders, but biblically, people who are leaders or who have leaders are the ones who are taking their teams, who have been leaders, okay, sorry, are the ones taking their team somewhere. We want you to envision yourself wherever it is you want to be. Like, for me, I want to be in Kona with all of y'all. So I envision myself in Kona with all of y'all. I see it so often. And just so envision,
Yeah, envision it, but don't just envision yourself. You got to envision yourself with the sand between your toes.
Yes.
You have to envision yourself drinking your pina colada or whatever beverage you prefer. You have to envision yourself looking out at the water. We have to envision ourselves, together there, like with a mental picture of us being together on the beach, hanging out, having a good time. So it's not just saying, I want to go and I want to be there, but really forming that vision in your brain, that you will be there. You will be with the sand between your toes. You will be on the beach. You'll be with all the top leaders in the company, all that sort of thing. And not just Kona, Hawaii related, but onto anything in life, So, and really, really envision yourself, like make a mental picture of the smells, the sights, the sounds, all of that type of thing. That's what we mean when we're saying to envision yourself there.
Yes. Okay. So one thing as we were studying to prepare for this that really touched me and that I just really want to dig deeper with myself on, and I just want to share it now, is to stop looking outward. I spent a lot of time going to meetings and looking for that person, and you have to look inward. Inward is where I'm going to find that leader. Inward, I can put 1,000 people on my team, but if I don't train them to duplicate what I'm doing, and so I was always looking for something, that perfect tidbit of information that was going to help me to get it. But I have it, and I just have to pull it out of myself, and that's what I'm going to do with this little jewel right here. So, I just encourage you to look inward at the solutions for your problems or the solutions for the objections that are stopping you. The next just tidbit I wanted to, if you've been stuck, is one thing that was said, stop looking outward. And, I was stuck, and it's time to stop looking outward. It's time, and that's what I'm doing. So back to question 2, what's blocking you? The last thing I wanted to touch on is it fear? Is it self-sabotage? Self-chatter telling you, you're not, it may be, you're not like Kristen, you're not the kind of leader Kristen is, or you're, not as outgoing as Jennifer, or whatever it is, whatever person or thing it is that's stopping you, identify that, so that you can conquer that. And that's my 2 questions. So I'm going to pass it on to boss.
Anyhow, okay, so basically, let's get to the bottom of what is holding us back. Let's be raw and let's be honest with ourselves and our counterparts here in this group. Let's be raw and let's be honest and let's dig deep to grow and to develop. We're gonna, like everything in life, we're gonna get out of this what we put into this. So let's be really transparent, let's be vulnerable, and let's be real. The third question we have tonight, and Jennifer and I are doing all of these assignments as well and all of these questions, so don't think we're asking you guys to do anything that we're not willing to do. So here we go. When you decide to be bold and step outside of your comfort zone, and then you feel a hesitation, what is the negative self-talk that you hear, and where does it come from? So what is the negative self-talk that is causing you to hesitate from being bold and stepping out of your comfort zone, and where does it come from? So for me personally, I find that I tell myself, when I'm getting ready to reach out to people, like cold messaging, which I don't like that term, but that's what it technically is. I get really scared because I feel like what I have to say is not relevant. It's not important to whoever it is I'm reaching out to. So for me, my hesitation is that I'm not relevant. And where does it come from? Well, I think it came from my childhood, from being a middle child. And I had my older perfect sister above me, and I had my little brother underneath me who could do no wrong. And so I feel like whenever I shared things, or whenever I wanted things or asked for things, I never got those things because I was always, I wasn't relevant. I didn't matter. So what I have to say doesn't matter, but honestly, that couldn't be true, right? So these are the type of things that we need to think about, and this is an idea of what I'm asking you. So that's that question. When you decide to be bold and step outside of your comfort zone, and then you feel the hesitation, what is the negative self-talk that you hear, and where does it come from? So identify that, please. And the next question we have is, if you knew you could give that negative self-talk that you hear, if you could give that belief back to the person who loaned it to you for all of these years and break free from it and have anything you wanted out of your life or your business, would you do whatever it took to make this happen? For me personally, absolutely. I have a lot of negative self-talk. I have a lot of negative beliefs and just fears. So I think that I put a lot of those on myself, but I think a lot of those were given to me. So I want to make sure that absolutely I want to give those back.
And I think that the huge part of giving those back is identifying where they came from, where they're rooted. So we can snip weeds all day long, but if we're not getting them out by their roots, they're going to come right back.
Right.
So I think really getting to the root of them and killing that root and replacing it, with these seeds of positive affirmations from this little gem that we learn, that's what's going to give us our big, pretty flower bed of life.
Right. So identifying it is first step. Changing it and conquering it, getting to the root of it, is second step. And letting it go and moving on from it is the third step. You have to give yourself permission to just let it go, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So you guys can see that these answers are these questions are very thought-provoking, and that you're going to have to dig deep and really do some soul searching. It's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be tough. It's going to bring up some stuff maybe you don't want to bring up. Like I said earlier, we're going to get out of this what we put into this. And for me personally, I'm investing a lot of time and energy into this book study because I want to change. I want to be a different person when we finish than I was when we started.
Right. Absolutely. And if I can just touch on, it's going to be rough, Kristen said, and this journey's, I don't think either of us, we paint a picture that this journey is amazing because it is, but there's valleys in this journey, and it's not going to be all peaches and cream for any of us. Getting to emerald and then to sapphire and then to diamond, those things aren't going to be easy. We're going to have to put in a lot of work. We're going to have a lot of stresses. It's not going to be easy giving those, this digging deep isn't going to be easy either. This journey isn't going to be easy, but it's going to be so worth it. And it's going to be, this goes back to once we're diamond, it's, every step we took to get there is going to be worth it. When we identify these and we're able to let go of them, that beautiful flower bed that we have left, that we've planted now with these positive seeds, is going to be worth it. So I'm encouraging you just to stick it out, just to keep on pulling. Let's keep on digging to those weeds and get them out of there and get moving to the next step.
Okay, and so then the fifth question, or the fifth little piece of this, is kind of attached to those 10 affirmations, those 10 positive affirmations that you've posted in our group. So make sure, if you haven't done those 10 affirmations yet, make sure you get those posted into our Facebook group.
And just so that everybody's clear of what the 10 affirmations are, there are 10 positive things that you may already be, but that you want to be. One of my affirmations is that I love to run, and I run every day. I have pretty running shoes, and I love them. So it's not, it's things that you want to become. So those are things that you want to focus on for your affirmations. And, I feel like those will evolve the more we learn, this book. Our affirmations are going to evolve. Yes. But what they are is things that we want, or if there's a negative thing about ourselves, or that we always say, I'm slow, I'm always late, changing that so that we're not slow or always late is, I always do things, really quickly, and I'm usually the first one there, and just saying these things. And if that's another one of mine, because anyone who knows me knows I'm not. But I want to be, I want to be the one on time. I don't want to be the late one all the time. So just saying those to myself every day, like I feel like, it's just a few minutes earlier, I may be getting ready, but because I'm saying those every day, I'm becoming that. I feel a lot better. Okay, sorry.
So put those 10 positive affirmations posted on our Facebook group. And a step further from that is to write them down, post them on your wall in your room or in your bathroom, somewhere where you can visually see them throughout your day. And, speak them out loud to yourself 3 to 5 times a day. I know you think I'm crazy. I know you think I'm silly, goofy, whatever, but go ahead and speak them out loud to yourself every single day, 3 to 5 times while we're doing this book study. And by the end of the book study, you will see those things coming to pass.
Yes.
Okay?
Absolutely.
So as you do your affirmations throughout this study, envision yourself giving these borrowed and limited beliefs that you've identified back to the owner and trading in the new ones that you want. This is all about reprogramming our brains. Half the battle is reprogramming, and let's be open to that process. If what we've been doing for years and months is not working, and we've been stuck, and we've been trying so hard to get unstuck, let's be open to this reprogramming. Okay, so I think, as long as we can, so just trust this process and trust us when we're asking these questions, and, trust what you're reading in this book, and really dig deep, and let's be vulnerable, and let's be real with ourselves and our peers, and let's figure out what's holding us back.
Absolutely. So just really quickly, we will recap the 5 altogether. Number one is, what is your vision for yourself and your team? Number 2 is, what is blocking you from moving to the next level in life and in your business? Number 3 was, when you decide to be bold and step outside of your box, but then you hesitate, what is it, or who is it from your past that stops you from pushing through, or what gives you that hesitation? Number 4 is, if you knew you could give that limited belief back to the person who gave it to you, would you? And the side note on that is, are you prepared to do that? And then number 5 is making sure you have your affirmations and that you envision yourself giving the things that have stopped you from doing the things that you're trying to change. And so that's it. We thank you. We look forward to having our first group discussion on Tuesday, right before our team training this week. And just again, thank you all for committing to it, and thank you for hearing us out. And we love you guys, and we look forward to growing with you.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Yes.